Bam! What is going on? Hello, everyone. I'm very sorry. Sorry for being late and gay. Welcome to the Ominous Show. I am your host, Elia Rodriguez. You see my name right here. And this is a show that talks about comics gate, and pop culture, and whatever you guys want to talk about. The show is about you guys, entertaining you guys, and yeah. So that's what we're doing today. And I have a wonderful show for you guys. We're going to talk about a few things before we get into the interview with my guest. Uh, I want to say that this show is sponsored by Never Again. Never again. Um, yeah, man. I don't know what to say. This is episode. This is a live stream number 40. Number 39 has completely disappeared. It's my fault. I deleted it because I was embarrassed by my actions, and and yeah, I put a whole post. I'm not going to go back into all that, but yeah, I had more alcohol than my body could handle on Friday, and so I was doing some things that I may not normally do. Eh, I mean, it just took the filter off my mouth. That's pretty much all it did. No, I'll just say how much I love everybody. No, I love everybody. I love Dale. Did you guys see that? I love Dale. But yeah, you guys can check me out in all my shenanigans on Ballers. I was on there Friday. Friday, I think I did something that I haven't seen another creator do, which I call what you call it, stream hopping. After I finished with this stream, I jumped off and I went to Michael Bancroft's closeout. I was talking with him for a little bit. I think I drunk bought his book, and then after I did that, I went to Mandy's and Shane's on Ballers, and I demanded the link. And for some reason, they sent me the link, and I just got on, and then everything went downhill from there. But yeah, you guys can catch that and catch all my shenanigans on Ballers and on Michael Bancroft's show. Yes. So I just wanted to say hi to people in the chat. We got a moral fat 40 ounce or something, man. And my sister's in the chat. What's going on? My guest is in the chat. What you doing in the chat, man? You got to come in here. Dennis is in the chat. My lovely wife is in the chat. Yeah, she's here. What's going on? Shout out to my wife. None of this is possible without my wife, just to let you guys know. Not because she gives me permission, but she gives me tranquility and peace of mind. Like if I had problems and if I had this and that to deal with, then I would not have time for this. I would be doing other things, handling my responsibilities. But she gives me peace of mind. Things at home are okay, and I'm able to draw in my free time. Because I'm able to just relax and draw and have a good time. And now I've seen you guys have gotten a great interest in my art, so I'm going to keep pumping with that. And yeah, always thanks to my wife. Joker fan is in the chat. What's going on, Joker? Dennis borrach, just a little bit. I got a little tipsy. That's what they say. And yeah, drinks with Binks. Oh no, what did you do on Monday? To Mandy, nothing. No, I didn't do anything to Mandy. No, I was on Mandy's show and I was talking with Mandy, Shane, Dale, John was there. It was a great time. From what I remember, it was a great time. She let you out of the closet. Yeah, from time to time. No, hell no. Fuck that. And then what's going on, Scribe? What's going on? Thank you very much. Yeah, and I'm gonna bring on my guest. Wait, just before I bring on my guest, there's one thing that I have to talk to you guys about. And let's take a look. I'm really sorry, Shadowpunk. Just 1 second, because I have to address this because this is the first time that I'm on stream since Friday. A lot of things went down since Friday. Friday, as you guys may know, I closed out Ominus Avenging Death. The campaign is done, is closed out. But I have not entered the stage of fulfillment yet. Not yet. There was some hiccup or glitch, or I don't know what going on with Fund My Comic, and this is the current state of the campaign. We raised nothing. Shit. We raised nothing. Look at that. The numbers are all at zero. Zero backers, $0 raised in 2 months, 0%, and I closed 4 days ago. So There's no backers here for the Deathmonger metal cards. There's no backers for the book. No backers for any of the tiers. Any of the rewards that got set up. There's no backers on any of this, and that sucks. And I don't know if I can show you guys this. There's videos of it, so I think you guys can see it. But I'm going to show you guys because I want to be as straight up with you as I can, because just so you guys know what the heck is going on. And I've already reported all this to Luke, and Luke is him and his team. Oh crap! What's going on? Sorry, I thought I was sharing the screen with you guys. I'm going to share this just for a moment. I don't know if this is what would be the word? If this is ethical or socially correct, but I mean, take a look at this. This is what I see on the back end of the channel from the campaign. There's normally a button there that says transaction that allows me to take a look at the backers, what they ordered, how much, all this other stuff, all this pivotal information. But I have none of that information here. So I don't know. I'm not able to see exactly who gets what. I have no idea. Now, I had the information before, but I don't have it now. I talked to Luke about it. He's contacted me, and he's working on it. So I'm assuming that tomorrow or the next few days, everything will get brought back. And so we'll see what's happening with that. So yeah, I apologize for any delays. It's as you can see, it's. I mean, I'm trying my best to sort this out, but I can't see anything. No. Luckily for you guys, I already downloaded that. What was it, on Friday or Saturday or Sunday? I think it was. I downloaded the files. So, I mean, I technically do have the information, but it should be visible there. You know? So I don't know what's going on, and yeah, so that's what's going on with the campaign. I am at 0, so hopefully we'll get it fixed. Yeah, so this doesn't mean that I lost the funds. The funds are in the Stripe account, but I'm not going to get access to that till next week. So I'm assuming next week we'll start with fulfilling. But this should appear like this. I should be able to access the information for the backers, and that's not there. And so so hopefully this will get squared away in a few days. And yeah, so I got all kinds of remarks about this. Some people are saying that it's shenanigans, that I'm being attacked, that somebody's doing this on purpose. So I don't know if that's the case. I have no idea what's going on, but I don't get that vibe from Luke. No, Luke's trying his best to work with me. Yeah. I messaged Luke. Luke knows about this already. He knows all about this. I'm just letting you guys know so that you guys don't get on me about. Yeah. I already talked to Luke. Yeah, I'm talking to Luke right now. So I just want to let you guys know what's going on with that, just in case there's hiccups between fulfillment, because we haven't started that yet. We're ready to start, but we just haven't. And then the last thing that I want to mention is I don't know if you saw this. I wanted to explain what happened with this. I'm really sorry, Matt. We will talk about your show. No worries. Your show. I'm sorry. Your comic. Just 1 second. I also had this. I don't know if you guys saw this, but we ended the campaign on Friday with numbers bigger than this. It was at 138 at one time, $4,000 raised, which was great. We were celebrating. I was taking shots. I had a bunch of shots of alcohol in me, and I was celebrating and everything. And then when the campaign closed, bam, we got this number. It dropped from 4K to 3.6. It was actually at 4.2, something like that. It dropped. And so my question was what the heck happened? And everybody was asking me. I got a few comments asking me what the heck happened. And everything has to do with this. The campaign mode that I selected. It's my fault. It's my first time doing this. So I'll try my best to do something better next time. But I selected the all or nothing, which meant that I had to either raise all of the money that I needed, or the book is not going to get made. So we raise the money, and then supposedly the way it works is that you make the contribution, but it's actually a pledge. It's like Kickstarter. You make a commitment to pay, but you don't actually pay on the spot. You make a commitment to pay, and then when the campaign is done, and if the funds if the goal is met, then at that moment, the cards would get charged. And so what happened was that you had $4,000 in pledges, but when the campaign closed, we only had 3,600 in actual payments processed. So there's like $500 there. I already took a look at the numbers. There's like $500 of 19 backers whose transactions didn't go through. No, so I apologize to those backers if I wasn't upfront about how this was going to work, and I also contacted each and every one of them, and I let them know that there's going to be a 3-day window where they can, because technically the idea is that they can change the information on their contribution dashboard. They can change the information and then get it squared away, and then get it that way. But we have to wait 3 days. So we have to wait 3 days for another for a second attempt at charging those cards, and then maybe we might get those funds up, or maybe not. Maybe people will just decide not to back, and it's okay. It's perfectly fine. No love lost. I'm not angry or anything at all. I'm going to learn from all this, but I would like it so that the cards or whatever, they get charged the day you make the payment, because that's usually what we do on Indiegogo and on all these other sites where you pay and then you get charged. But I found out about that after I launched it with the all or nothing thing, so that's completely my fault. And yeah, so we lost 19 backers. 19 backers. So but yeah, we could, the book is still getting made. I'm still going to be able to do everything that I can. I just feel bad for those 19, because if they still want it, now they're going to have to do all kinds of things to get situated out, and I don't know what's going to happen. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens in the upcoming days. But yeah, that's the reason why it dropped from 4K to 3.6. It was in the Kickstarter mode where you get charged at the end of the campaign, and a bunch of cards they didn't get charged, and so we lost 19 backers is what we lost. So yeah, so hopefully we can get them back, and hopefully not. Luke gave me this, also said this possibility that the campaign may reopen again just for 1 day or two so that they can get their books back. So in that case, if anything like that happens, I will announce it, and then hopefully we can get even more new backers to the campaign. So who knows? But yeah, I'm learning a lot, from this fulfillment thing, running campaigns, and I just want to keep you guys in the loop, because the book is done. The book is done. Everything's good to go. I just got to press the button on the print, and then we'll be good to go. All right. Let me take a sip. No, I'm not falling for you guys anymore. But yeah, so we're going to bring on my guest. This is the second time he's been on the show. Great guest, great friend, yeah, great colleague, great guest. I backed his first book. I haven't got a chance to read it yet, but it's in there. So I got the first book. I did some fan art for this guest, and yeah, he's coming back on today. We're going to take a look at his second book, and then just hang out with him and see what he's got to say. And without any further ado, hold on. Let me just do this right. I want to do this right for you, SHADOWPUNK. Let me do this right. All right. Without any further ado, please give a warm round of applause for my guest, SHADOWPUNK.
Hey. Clap one more time. You're not coming to my birthday. Who did that? Giggity.
What's going on, Matt? What's going on,
What's happening? What's happening?
Not much, man. I'm still alive.
You know what? That thing you described is crazy, dude. That's like, I think Will might actually be correct. His assessment, yeah, creators outlet, right there.
Let's see what Will says.
19 might have had insufficient funds.
Yeah, it was something along the lines of that. But I'm assuming like, for example, like when you back a campaign, you back it because you think, no, at that moment I got that money, but if you back it and then 2 months down the road it charges the card, that can throw people off guard.
Thing, though, I would say to the theory that I think Will's correct is the fact that how often does that happen on campaigns, though? Right?
No, yeah.
Like, there could be a name for it, like the final glitch or something like that, right? The final bump or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
there's also another thing that I didn't mention. That I'm going to mention now. Luke also said that, and you guys know that Monday was we had a long weekend. We had Labor Day weekend. Monday, I'm assuming the banks were closed, and so the way it happens is that Fund My Comic, the system itself, it'll charge, or it will transfer it will do that payout thing 3 days after the campaign is closed. So it is, because this happened on Monday. So
Right.
Friday was closed. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, blam, this happens. And so I'm assuming it has something to do with the banks not being open that day, and then this acting on its own. I have no idea.
There's a lot of I don't know involved in that, right?
Yeah.
So you know, especially like when you get into the anything other than what you do on your buttons, anything beyond that is literally like you're guessing at a certain point, right? I mean, you're
Heck
kind of theorizing, you know. Yeah. Scribe
Heck yeah, man.
comments, hail Shadowpunk, what's up?
Yeah, so
There's
yeah,
Tibby, there's Dennis.
heck yeah. And then I see he says those 19 might have had insufficient funds, or their cards might have expired. You know, anything could have. Yeah, so they're probably getting notated. They have, some people have been notified from My Comic. Everybody should have. I also personally sent out an email to everybody just to let them know what's going on. Some people are people don't read their emails, or maybe I'm in everybody's junk, but I sent out like 19 emails. I only got like 4 responses. So hopefully
I think that is they tell you on some of those things, like in MailChimp. If you don't have a domain, it'll go right into the spam folder or something, or junk folder, which is totally lame. It's fucking lame. You know, I mean, seriously. I mean, it's free. Okay, so it can't be that. I mean, I can't complain too much, right? But it just seems like there's got to be a way to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To directly get to people and say, hey, your book is on the way, don't worry, all that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, because I'm also thinking like there should be like at least 1 or 2 people out there that's like saying, oh, okay, I backed the book, the campaign's ended, so the book should be on my way. They never checked their emails, they never checked anything, but they think in their minds that the book is on the way. And then when they see fulfillment come through and they don't get their book, they're like, hey, what happened to my book? And then they discover all this going on. So before that happens, I would like them to know that that I'm trying to contact you guys. So check your emails, guys. Check your junk folders. And and yeah, man. Yeah, so enough about that. Thank you very much for stopping by to the closeout. The closeout was great. From what I remember, it was great. You were there.
I was there. I saw it all go down. Maybe when you were blasted, you hit the red button that you shouldn't hit. Right? Oh,
I was trying to figure out what the heck I was doing and talking at the same time. I was like, I want to end the stream, but I can't. I can't.
I think if there was like a death button, I think that you would have went like this, and then no, I shouldn't do it. You know, your wife would have stopped you before you hit it, right?
Heck yeah!
Wow.
Heck yeah! Yeah. Bank holiday on Monday. They probably could have just thrown everything into a loop. Also, I don't know, but Luke told me that he's working on it, so hopefully we'll get a solution sometime this week.
That's cool.
Yeah, so let's take a look at your stuff, man. You got Shadowpunk is back. Sweet.
Yep. Shadowpunk is back. It took me a little bit to get the book ready for launch, you know. So yeah, it's I've got a bunch of pages done for the book already.
Sweet.
And I'm releasing them as I get to the launch, you know. Along with those 3D statues I made, you know, I'm releasing those every week, kind of a thing. There's a Wolverine.
So the thing is that people sign up and then they're into. Oh wait, hold on. Let's take a look. I didn't see that. Sweet. It's like a Sam Keith type thing, no? It's nice.
It's exactly the same. Yep.
Sweet.
I mean, you know, this is it right here, right? This is, but you don't really know what's on the other side from the drawing, right?
And you have to fill that in
because it's got to fill that in. You got to make that work, you know. So you can see the back of him.
Oh, that's dope.
And all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's you know what? I made a bunch of figures. Okay. a bunch of statues. And this is one of the gnarliest of them all. I don't know why. Maybe it's the character, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I got it pretty good, right?
I dig it. I like it. It looks accurate.
That's a shot right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dope. I added his belt loop a little bit.
Sweet.
Just so it has more detail, you know.
That's awesome, man.
And yeah, so that's the one you saw on the sign up page is the render, right? That's the 3D render.
Yeah.
So like on Wednesdays, I release an image of the new figure just like that, like I'm doing today with the Hulk. And
nice.
then on Fridays, I make a video showing the figure like I just did, talking about why I made it and all that stuff, you know. So
and so people sign up and they're entered into a raffle, so where they can win this.
If you back the book, you automatically enter to win for a chance to win, right? So instead of making one figure and printing that like a bunch of times and giving those away, I went the harder route. Okay. And it's not exactly hard. It's also because I love making that stuff. Yeah. I just, you know, I wake up at 4 a.m. going, you know what would be fucking cool? A fucking Sam Keith Wolverine. And I'm like, I mean, that's really how it is, you know?
Yeah.
So what happens is when people get their Gemini folders and they open up the folder,
yeah,
they're gonna, if you won, you're gonna see a Shadowpunk star.
Wait. Oh, like a golden ticket.
Yeah, like a golden ticket. You're going to see one of these. And then you don't know which character that you've won until you flip it over.
Sweet. What is it? What does that say? Wolverine? Sweet. That's awesome. So that comes after fulfillment.
That's
after
Wolverine.
They get their book.
Yeah. So like if you you know, you get one, you flip it over, you won the Cyber Frog.
Oh, that's so awesome!
Right?
Sign up, people. Sign up.
So that's see if I can show you the Cyber Frog real quick. Because people in comics seem to really like it.
Sign up,
right?
Oh, that's badass. Yeah, because the one on the bike. Yeah.
Let's see if I can. There we go.
Yeah, that looks great.
So this is the American Hopper, right, from the thing, and I think this is the illustration that Kelsey did.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that, something like that. So I did have to embellish it a little bit, you know, but it's pretty big. I mean, I'm not holding it like a fish. It's probably about 8.5 inches long.
Nice.
You know, something like that. You know. And if I, it looks huge in front of my head right now, right?
Yeah.
Like it's fucking giant.
Yeah, it's Scribe.
So,
Scribe Comics is asking, is that an FDM print?
No. This is a resin print, 3D resin.
Resin print. All right,
resin, I think FDM is filament print.
It's a what?
Yeah, it's different. At the end of the day, it's there. You know, you still get the solid thing, right? But how you go about the printing process is different. That's all. And the reason I do resin prints is because the detail, the quality of detail in there is just better. Filament prints are pretty good. I'm not saying they're not good. But you'll get a lot of like tiny little stepping, like it's low res, right? So I don't really want that. I wanted it the best I could get, right? So this,
most detail.
That's the reason I chose the most detail. The Conan, the Frazetta Conan. So if you if you open it up and you get the Conan, right?
Oh,
and by the way, these stars. I was going to do golden tickets, right? But these stars are the things that Shadowpunk shoots out of her wrists.
Yeah.
So they spin and they rip through things,
Heck
right?
yeah.
And by the way, it's fucking cool. I mean, after I printed it, I'm like, that actually works, right?
Heck yeah.
So this is a Frazetta Conan.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, there it is. Man, that's badass.
Let's see if I can put some light on it. There you go. He's got, in another case, I had to go in the back and fill in the detail.
Nice.
If you're watching this video, there's a lot, just because of the video, kind of eliminates detail. It's got tons of detail down to like creases in the lips.
Wow.
Right. You can't see that as much right here, and that's why I'm doing showing the 3D renders, so you can see all the detail I put into it. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's about that big. It's pretty big, It's as big as my 3D printer back there can print, right? It's maxed out all the way to like the millimeter. The print is the biggest I can possibly print.
Sweet.
And then,
that's awesome. People are digging it. Base, he says, these look terrible. I'll gladly take them off your hands just so you can be rid of them. That looks awesome. I like the work. Yeah, good stuff, man. Great stuff.
Yes, each one probably took me 3.5 weeks, roughly, to model in 3D. And then, after that, it takes, well, some of them took a long time to get to print. And at the end, I got pretty good at it, where I was like not running into problems. But some of them took 2 or 3 months to print. Failed print, you know what I mean? Because it's
just redo it all over again.
Well, you have to go back in to figure out why it isn't working, and it's kind of crazy. I mean, the 3D printing process is, I shouldn't say that. A different type of person would have hired somebody to do it, to print them.
Probably,
right?
But I mean, you're the artist. You're putting in your look and your vision to it. So it's, I mean, there's that touch to it. Huh?
There is that touch to it, and I really enjoy doing everything on my book. I enjoy doing every part of the campaign. It kind of like I don't really know. And the other thing too is if I gave them to somebody, then those 3D models are out there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone else has the Cyber Frog model, right?
Yeah.
And that's not cool. For multiple reasons, I don't want that to happen, right?
I hear you.
But anyway, so I have, if you look at that image, I don't know if you have some of my other artwork or you have those full screen.
I'm sharing this the link here. I don't know. Is there? You want to take a look at the book?
Yeah, take a look at the book.
Yeah. 1 second. I want to take a look at this. If you don't mind, take a look at this video you posted.
Oh, sure.
Let me share that with people in the chat. Yeah, Creators Outlet. Will, he says, I have a Dark Knight Returns fig from Shadow.
He does, yeah. From the first campaign, I gave those away.
Heck yeah.
So I'm going to send you some images for you to look at, some full screen images.
Yep. So let's take a look at this new video that you put out. Let's take a look.
There we go.
Heck yeah.
I can't hear the audio.
What am I doing?
Did it play the audio?
I heard. Did you guys hear the audio? Did you guys hear it? Please let me know in the chat if you heard it. I heard it. Hold on. Yeah, share the screen. Nope. Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear it? Oh, that sucks. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Be patient. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to show this star because they turned out to be unbelievably cool. And it was funny that when I designed my character Shadowpunk and I came up with her weapon, which is these spinning stars that rip through things, I didn't know it would actually work. And when I made it, I'm like, fuck, it fucking works.
All right, check it out. All right, so everybody in the chat saying nope, no audio on the vid, nope, no, heard nothing. Boo! Oh, daggies, they look awesome. Yeah, they got sweet daggers. I got the audio now, guys. Let's listen. Let's watch this one more time. Let me know if you guys hear it.
I don't hear it.
Hold up. Shadowpunk says he doesn't hear it. Do you guys hear it? What the heck is going on?
Well, they did hear. They saw. If you go to my Twitter feed, you'll see it at the very top. If you want to listen to the audio, I
should be able to hear it. It says share the thingy. Let me try it this way. Let me know if you guys can hear it now.
I can't. Oh, there.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah. There you go. That was fun to make, by the way.
Hold on, it's playing over again. Wait, I'm hearing it in my head over and over again. 1 second, guy, chill out. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, so that's it looks great. So this is picking up right after the end of the first book.
Yes. So that kind of pulls us into the story a little bit. If I can maybe tell the audience what the story is about, because some people didn't get the first issue, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the first issue is how she becomes Shadowpunk, and she is it starts out with her living on her own in the ruins of Detroit in the future, like a Mad Max kind of future, and she ends up finding I'm not going to tell the whole story. She finds her mentor, and her desire to find her family and her mentor's desire to fight the regime that controls the city are one and the same. And so she gets pulled into a web, and she's just a kid. She has no clue how to handle these things. And at the end of the first issue, you see that the guild that runs the city knows who she is. And there's a devastating cliffhanger at the end of the first issue. And so that leads you right into the second issue where she has to deal with that. And I've released sort of the information. The backpack is a thing that lets her fly. It's on her back. It's a power source. The wings let her glide or direct. Okay. But the backpack is like, a gravitational magnetic thing. So she loses that at the beginning of the second issue. And so she has to go get it. And it's a vast power source. It's not just like a simple thing. The guy who made it is like a Tony Stark or a Bruce Wayne kind of guy, right? He has his own hideout where he has his own technology. And the guild has been searching for this guy. So they have the backpack and they have a reason for it, but they also want him. And so that's the premise of the second story, of the second issue. So this is the main cover for Shadowpunk Inferno. It's the most Shadowpunk-esque because of the colors and everything.
Heck yeah, I love the
Um,
color scheme. The blue, black, and red. Dope. Looks great.
it's very, for me, it's very Sin City-ish,
Hmm.
right? I love that stuff. To me, that's like Frank Miller, like awesome, right? So, and so, but what I did was because
What
of
up, Belmont?
the 3D figures that I
Hmm.
made 3 different variants that tie into those figures. So the one where she is, there's almost she's sitting on the oil drum, on like
Yeah.
a big. That's the homage to the Wolverine, right? It's almost like something like that. And
Oh,
then
dude.
the one where she's enveloped in fire.
I got that
Is
right
my
here.
That's kind of my homage to my Frazetta Conan. Obviously, the Conan doesn't have the fire like that, but it fits the book, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
That's a
And
dope
so,
cover. This is a variant cover?
yes,
Yeah, I like this cover. This cover is great. It's amazing.
I was very pleased with how it came out. It took me a long time to make it work. All the
Hmm.
covers did, because you're an artist, dude. You really want to perfect it and hone it like to a razor sharp edge. And so you
Yeah.
really, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where, like, how do you draw fire, right? So I had to spend a lot of time not doing it right until I got it right, you know. And then the one I sent you is the one on the left there. You'll see that is the far left there. That's the homage, and I sent you that image, by the way, of the
The Hulk.
Hulk I made.
Secret Wars.
It's Giant Size Hulk #1 by
Hmm.
Jim Steranko.
Ah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm confusing it with the Secret Wars, where he's also pulling up the. Sorry,
The
I'm
whole
confusing it.
mountain, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm confusing it.
So
Yeah.
that is like a pivotal comic book cover, where somebody really like took the masthead, the logo, and turned it into something, turned it into
Hmm.
artwork. It is artwork, but it turned it into next level artwork, right? So the thanks, Greg. Um, so so I wanted to connect those covers, those variant covers with the figures. You know, that's the kind of the idea.
Yeah, it looks great. Everything here side by side goes that Wolverine with the Max logo or homage. You said no. That
Into the
looks great.
Wolverine. Yeah, yeah. I
I
mean
dig it.
that one all the covers I struggled with, all of them.
Mm.
But it's worth it because you know how it is. You end
Yeah.
up it's when you struggle with a piece of artwork, you really work like crazy to make it work. And when you do it, you're like, that's it, dude. If I'm going for that, that's exactly what it is. In the original Hulk cover, there's no fire around the Hulk,
Yeah.
right? So, which leads me to the actual 3D figure. Do you want to see that Hulk figure?
Yeah, yeah. Why not? Yeah, definitely. Let's check it out.
So I'm gonna post renders of that today, and I'm gonna post on Friday. I'm gonna do a video on it. If you want to give me full screen, I'll show
Oh,
you.
yeah. Yeah, Belmont says he taught you everything you know.
He
Says
did.
you wouldn't be here without him. That's awesome. Oh, that's dope. Comics Gate. Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
This one it's unique in
Cool.
the series of statues I made because it's got the text in it, right?
Heck yeah.
And when I came up with the idea to do it, I thought it has to be done. I personally thought it was such a fun idea, and
Yeah.
and there's a reason why he's carrying the comics gate thing. Like there's a reason why he doesn't say the Hulk or comics or something else, right? It's comics gate, and it's important. So
Yeah, sign up, people. The link is below. Sign up. You can win. You can win this, right?
yeah, somebody's
You're in
gonna
the
win
raffle.
this.
Someone's gonna win this. So shit.
Yeah, somebody's gonna win it. So it's and they're not winning like a thing that I printed 500 of them,
Oh.
right? This is a piece of artwork. This is a one of a kind. If the campaign did something crazy, you know, because I've got a hand. If the campaign went crazy, which I'm sure it won't, but if it did, I would contemplate giving out more than one of the figures.
Yeah, that'd
You
be
know what I
great,
mean?
man. Yeah.
But they're so expensive to print and to ship, and I mean, to paint. You know, it took me a while to figure out. I was going to give them away unpainted,
Yeah.
and then I painted the Conan, and I was like, oh man, it looks too good not to do it. I have to do it
Got to
now.
pull the trigger on that. Yeah, it looks
I
great.
got to pull the trigger on it. And then I put all of the figures have a polyurethane coat. That's why they're shiny.
Sweet.
Right. So yeah. So that is the Steranko Hulk carrying Comicsgate, and
That's awesome, man.
that is this week's release that I'm doing. So again, it's probably 7 or 8.5 inches tall. You know.
Heck yeah. No, yeah. So everybody, please in the chat, sign up to the link right here. You can sign up. And so the idea that that SHADOWPUNK is sharing with us is you back the book, you open the Gemini mailer, you're going to get a cool badass like stars dagger type thing. You flip it around and it'll tell you what you win. You can win that. You can win. Yeah, check it out. This is what he's got on his campaign. So you open the book, it'll say you won, and on the back it'll say what you won. So he's the winner, and then this guy's going to get Conan, the Conan piece. It's a golden ticket. It's a golden ticket.
Yep, and you get there's Cyber Frog. Someone's going to win that Cyber Frog, right?
That's awesome.
You know, and so I
yeah,
a bunch.
And Don's in the chat. One second. I'm sorry. 1 second. Don is in the chat. He's saying what's going on. Hello from Mama Donna and himself. He's also offering, you know, to what's his name, to go on to the studio and get pipped out. And I think that'll be a great idea, just to continue hitting more shows up so you can get the word out there. And obviously, we're going to promote as much as we can. But that's a great idea. You know, yeah, cool idea.
Yeah, if Don wants to send me a link, totally, I will, because we can touch base and talk about it, because I'd love to do it. I'm actually planning to go on a bunch of shows, but a lot of the people, everybody does it different. You know, some people are like, okay, I'll schedule you in 3 weeks, because they're actually that busy. They have every show booked, you know. And then some people don't want to do that. They want you to show up on the given day that you want to show up, random, which is totally cool too.
Yeah, I like scheduling because normally with scheduling, what it allows me to do is promote you before the show starts, and so I can get people like hyped up, so I can get more people to come on, and yeah, so like me, people in the chat, you may not know this, but I schedule with SHADOWPUNK 2 years in advance because I'm that packed.
That's right. Right.
And Petey Moss, she says, "Oh, is this for first day backers only? I'll be in New York Comic Con that day." No, it's not for first day backers. It's for any backer, right? Is that correct, SHADOWPUNK?
Yes, that is correct. There, once you back the book, you're automatically entered for a chance to win. Now, here's the extra thing to it. If let's say you missed the first issue, and you get the backup tier, which is 1 and 2, right? Then you have another entry to win. Does that make sense?
So if you get the catch up tier, you get 2 entries.
Right. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to incentivize people to do that. Like give you 3.
Shit. Yeah, do that. Wow.
You know.
Yeah. Don said he's sending you a DM. Yeah. Check it out.
The other thing I'm doing is that
double chance to win.
That also applies to the variant covers. So let's just say you are like a huge Hulk fan, right? And you want that variant cover. That's the one you want. If you buy more than 1 copy, you're going to be entered in to win more than 1 time, you know? So you'll be backer 50, and then I'll add your number on the bottom as well.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's great.
Variances you got. So what how exactly I'm going to do that, I haven't. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I think we have like a connection, a delay or something like that. But no, go ahead. Tell us about how it works, how it's going to work.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that I'm going to have different. I am going to have a backup tier, and then I'm also going to have one where you can get the whole all the books, all the variants, right? And then I won't like instead of it be worth like I'll also incentivize people to try that. I don't know who's really going to get all the variant covers. You know, I don't really know that, but I mean,
there's people out there that do that, man. If the covers are great,
you know what?
Yeah.
You know, like my brother might, right? Or like somebody who's they really want one of the figures bad, and that's also possible. So, but
Mom will love the Conan. So yeah, no, I think people will do that. I think if you for each book you get, there's another chance to get in the statue. Yeah, I think people will do that. We'll jump all over.
But the thing is, like, if I did a tier that had all of them, let's just say it has all the covers.
Yeah.
Instead of it making it worth 4 entries, I would make it worth a lot more.
Sweet.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I might do that for my campaign. Also, like have like a all or nothing. No, what is it called? Like I want it all type thing, where like you can reveal a cover later on. I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to get creative and fun with it.
Okay.
And, to be honest with you, it all goes back to the story. Everything I'm doing, and it applies to all the campaigns people do. You do a bunch of different variant covers. Oh, there you go. And it all goes back to her story and what's actually going on with her. And it's an amazing thing to do because it is like a huge effort. And you do all this other cool stuff, but it all comes down to her story and what's happening with her. And so that's the part I've worked on the most. The first issue is the first comic book I ever made. Okay. So this is the second one. On the first one, when I went through, I was like, I didn't even know how to do it. I had to figure out how to make a comic book. Like I knew that if you had black and white artwork and in Photoshop, if you multiplied it, then the white would drop away. I knew that. I think I knew that much. Okay, I didn't know much else. So,
so your process for the second book was a lot smoother.
Oh yeah, and I was able to have much more control. Right. Nice. Instead of spending time figuring out, now I know how to do it. And just like I know you do the same thing, I'm going to tell right now is that you all the time as an artist, you're evolving, right? Elliot is growing every single time he does a new piece. And in 3 years, your technique is going to be that much sweeter than it is now. Right?
I hope so. I sure do hope so. I hope it gets better. Yeah.
There's already you're doing killer stuff, and in 15 years, Art Adams is gonna say, "Hey, Elliot, looking, hey, man, no bullshit. That is how it works, right? Yeah. Thank you, sir." So on my book, I went through the same process, right?
Perfection, yeah.
It's honing that artwork and making it the best under, like, for example, I do my stuff digital, and unlike any other book, I draw my stuff in Adobe Illustrator. So I don't use pen and ink. I could, I guess, but it opens up a door into different things you can do. You know what I mean? Like this image right here, I could blow that up onto a billboard.
Yeah.
Because it's all vector, right? So
that's insane.
It's insane.
Oh,
it's
vector,
crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So if I got a banner at a for a convention or something, I could blow that up, and the line work would be super crisp, right? Yeah. But it's so much fun. It's so much fun to do, and it's people didn't tell you that making a comic book is a 24/7 onslaught, creative onslaught in your life. You know, I mean, you just
It is.
it takes control over everything because you look because artists have to do that. That's how we are.
Yeah.
That's how Marcus is. Marcus sits down and does a piece, and he's enveloped in it for 12 hours, slaving over it, and we all do that, because that's what we love to do,
Yeah.
So
And then Ben here takes the opposite approach. He says, or you can shrink the art as an SVG to engrave it. Yeah. Different
You
approach because
could.
you could expand yours incredibly big, but Ben is reducing it for the cards. Sweet.
That's cool. Yeah. And like if I made a card, I that's a whole different ballgame because the line thickness has to change to make so it's readable, right? Because if your line thickness is too thick, then it comes all blobbed up. So then you got to go back in there and really tweak it and make sure it reads. When I would do that method applies. I started making figures that were this small, like 15 years ago in 3D. And you don't need to have lip texture, right? But you do have to make things really pronounced so that when you print it, it looks like it makes sense. And then and then now when they're big enough, I never thought I would be the guy that would make 3D figures ever. Okay. And the thing is, that was weird is that I've never done any sculpting at all in my life, 3D ever. And then a decade ago, my buddy's like, "Hey, why don't you make a Hulk?" And I said, "What?" He's like, "You could do it. Just make like a HeroClix Hulk, like about 2 inches tall, because the ones that we play with are not that good." And so the second I started doing it, I started 3D modeling, sculpting. I could do it right away. I'm like, what the fuck?
But for your friend to say that, like he'd have to have seen like you having some kind of like artistic thing going. I mean, like no, or seen that you've been painting stuff before.
No, well, I mean, I'm an artist my whole life, so he knows I'm a creative person.
Okay.
But he is also going, hey, he's also doing this. Like if you fail, it's not my problem. That kind of a thing, right? How your friends are like, do it, dude, just jump. But it got me hooked on making the 3D figures, and I love doing it. It's just fun, man. It's just cool. It's fun, and it makes my campaign different. It gives me something unique. My style is unique. My character is unique, and the thing I'm offering in the campaign is no one's ever done anything like this.
Yeah, also unique. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's straight. That's correct. A lot of uniqueness, coming out from SHADOWPUNK. You guys need to get in on it. Remember, sign up for SHADOWPUNK Inferno. The link is also pinned in the chat. So take a look at the chat at the top of the chat. You'll see the link. Sign up. And the reward comes from backing the book. If you back the book, there's a chance that you could win one of these awesome statues. And get something like SHADOWPUNK says, something unique from the campaign. Yeah, it's a crazy design. I love the wings. I love the helmet. I love the gear. It's very like street level, but at the same time, it looks something more than. So it looks great. I dig it.
Well, thank you. One of the odd things about my book is that it, on one level, it feels like a all ages book, but the way I do it, it's a dark story. And so it has that kind of like thing, right? It has more dimension than just something that is just one or the other, and maybe that's just me,
That's awesome.
It's hard to tell where that stuff comes from, right?
Yeah. How many pages is the second book going to be?
48.
48. The first one was also around that size?
The first one was 56.
56.
Whatever 48. It is, 48, 52. It got away from me. You know how that is, where you go, shit, it doesn't make sense, So and it was worth it to do it, to add the extra pages. At the end of the first book, if you read it, and if you've watched the animated movie I made, it should hit you how horrible what is happening is actually happening. And she's just a kid, man. She doesn't know how to deal with this kind of stuff. She's easy to manipulate, and she's in the middle of turmoil the whole book. And yeah, but she is the hero, and she is one way or the other. She's going to get out of it, but you know, it's a great story. It's a great story.
Like, yeah, let's take a look at some artwork from the book. Just pull this up. What do you think of that?
Can you zoom out?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's awesome.
So when her nemesis steals her backpack, and that's the technology, and so she has to go get it, and it's at the heart of the evil guild that runs the city. And so she doesn't have her, she can't fly, right? She can't propel herself and hit somebody with the force that she could before. So this is her trying to get inside.
Heck yeah. That looks great, man.
Thank you.
And you're launching, you said October 10th.
That is correct.
Yeah. See, I like that. I like how SHADOWPUNK is already promoting the book, getting us hyped for October. That's like what, 2 months in advance? That's awesome.
I tell you what, you know what? I think awesome. I try to get people to do that. Like if some guy has a book coming out, I'll contact him and say, hey, give me artwork and I'll help you promote up until.
Yeah, that's the same thing that SHADOWPUNK was doing with me. He did it with a bunch of other creators also, and that's great. Yeah, thank you very much for that support.
To me, it's a no-brainer. Some people like to save all the artwork for the launch. To me, that's one approach. I like the other approach because unless you are a big creator like EVS or something, where everybody's already hooked in, they love your stuff, you have to getting people in is the most important thing to me. You know what I mean? So if they see Ominus and they see the Deathmonger, that's going to pull people in, right? I mean, don't hide that from people, right? I mean, to me, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I made him a cover.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, and it's like, so there's another image I sent you of her in combat, and if you want to show that one, because this is inside that structure, that hell structure.
What you sent? Like in the chat? In the oh, okay, I got you. I'm just not seeing this. What an idiot. 1 second, guys. I am an idiot.
So, Pretty Mama said she likes the colors. Thank you very much. It's a little dark here. I love coloring, and it's a big part of my book. Are the colors. The black and white is kick ass, and I make it as sweet as I can make it, but it comes to life when I color stuff. I've always been that way with color. I've always enjoyed it. I think if you're going to put anything in your book, it should work to make the artwork better, right?
Okay. Yeah, you guys check out. If you're curious, you can check out the backlog of the channel. There's another interview that I had with SHADOWPUNK, and you could take a look at some of the artwork that he's done because he's colored a lot of great stuff like Cyberfrog, Pit, all kinds of different things. So take a look at that, and you can see he's got a great. I love his color palette. Great stuff, man.
Thank you. Can I just address a weird issue? When I first came on Comicsgate, I never even been online like this. So I didn't know how people did it. So I put SHADOWPUNK in my name when I went on a show, right? Thinking that would be the way to promote the book, right? And it became my name by accident, right?
If you like, I mean, we can go back to calling you by your name, but if you like, whatever.
No, it's fixed for a reason, I think. You know.
Yeah. It's a
and,
great name. Shadowpunk is a great name. It rolls right off.
Scribe Comics says this should be animated. If you go on,
It looks like it. Yeah.
If you go on YouTube and you look up Shadowpunk, there's a 9-minute animated movie I made, and it is the prequel to the comic book. It looks like a Pixar kind of animated movie, right? It's not at the level of Pixar, but it took me years, about 4 years to make. And you'll see her with her family traveling, and you learn who she is and who her family is, and it's pretty cool. So I would, for anybody in the chat that wants to see something like that, go ahead on my YouTube channel and you'll find it, no problem.
Heck yeah, check it out. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It says, so how much for us to get a 3D Deathmonger sculpt? Oh, who knows, man?
You know how sick that would be? That would just be kick ass.
That'd be a lot of work.
It would.
No, but I mean, you pulled off the Cyberpunk stuff, but you can do that. Cyberpunk is a lot more intricate than a Deathmonger design.
Well, no, I mean it's not really, because Deathmonger has. So when you do a 3D figure like that, I would add a certain level of detail that isn't in the drawing.
Yeah.
Right. Little bumps here and there. Maybe
texture.
I need textures and maybe fine details and stuff, because you really want that to really work.
Heck yeah.
When I was doing commissions, I was charging $700 to do one figure on a simple base.
Sweet.
No printing, just to do the 3D part, and it turned out to be not enough money for the time I spent on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And the irony is that it doesn't make sense for comic skaters to spend more than that. But it doesn't really make a lot of sense for me to spend 3 weeks on, you know what I mean? It just never added up, Yeah, I would definitely make him super, like I would make him super vascular. His muscles will be ripped, There's no doubt about it. I would find all the things I could find on Deathmonger to make him sweet.
Make it pop out. Yeah.
Dude, it would scream, dude. It would be awesome.
Maybe we can make that like what's it called? Like a stretch goal or something like that. If we can collect funds for that. But then hold on. But then if I make that, I'd have to sell it at that price. No, that wouldn't be right.
Well,
or I could put it on the campaign. Maybe people might buy that.
Well, here's one way to do it. So you you could sell them. Here's the problem though. It's hard to print them.
Yeah.
You would have to find somebody to do the 3D printing for you, and by the way, it would take me, that's 3 weeks or a month I don't have. Right. Right.
Yeah. It will take you away from your project also. That's also something to consider. So.
Well, it's a double-edged sword, because I look at that character and I go, oh yeah, dude, let me do it. Right. I want to do that character start right now. Right. I mean, so that's the problem. Right. It's like these characters are so kick-ass, and I want to spend the time bringing them to life in 3D. And, you just can't do that right now. It's just crazy. If I did that, I would be in trouble,
Ben is like, sounds like an awful lot of excuses.
Well,
no, those are legitimate concerns. No, so
getting the book done is the one important thing that matters.
Yeah.
And producing artwork that people can connect with, that can help me sell the book. That's number one.
What do you think about this comment? He says, Ben says, stretch goal for the file, then sell the still or print, and print them and then sell them. Is that something we could do? Like crowdfund, like the file for you to make that. But once it's made, like you can make more for a less amount of money. Is that okay?
Well, I mean,
does that make sense?
I'm not. I mean, it kind of does make sense. I mean, I'm not saying that I can do it right now. So let's just. Let's put
it to rest.
Okay, I'm launching a book. Okay, but
no worries at all.
But as a theory, hey Benjamin, But as an approach, I like that approach. You know.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, that as a creator, Elliot wants to give his fans the cool thing done. You
Heck
don't
yeah.
want to. You don't want to shell it off to somebody and say good luck printing it or something. You know what I mean? So they both of the ideas work. You know, I don't know. I mean, I like the ideas, you know, but it's a tricky thing. You know, the 3D printing, let's say you tried to 3D print and you've never done it before, that wall behind you would have holes in it because your head would be pounding through the wall trying to get it to work, right? It's a crazy process. So this is the tribute cover to the Hulk figure.
I dig it.
The fire came out great. I was like, yeah, that's it. And I wanted, you know, she also has her burden that she carries, you know.
This is great. The perspective is impeccable because here we got the horizon line, and as you look up, you see this. Great perspective, great stuff, man.
It's
I dig
it's harder than I mean that cover. I had other ideas I was gonna do with it.
Look at those colors, man. Good stuff, man.
So I was gonna color it in the SHADOWPUNK colors, and so it didn't work. So I had to go back and go, you know what? It's got to be the original colors that they used on the original book. You know what I mean? And to me, that's how I mean, she's not green, obviously. Okay. But
yeah.
But beyond that, I went back to the original. I was like, you know what? It's got to be that way. It doesn't work any other way, you know?
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed working on it. I mean, maybe the covers, each of the covers I spent a few weeks on, honestly. I mean, that's how much time I put into each of the covers.
And that's how it should be, you know, because that's what catches the eye, you know.
You know, yeah. You wonder how long it takes other people to do stuff. Everyone's different, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm like on the pages I work on, I spend a long time coloring those things and making those things work, and I have no idea how fast other people do it. You know, the first book took me a year to do. And that was doing nothing but the book 12 hours a day, right? So I think, I mean, I've got about on this book right now, I've got about 10 or 12 pages completed. So
that's a good start, yeah.
It's a really good start, and but I'm way ahead than I was in the first campaign, you know. But you know, one of the things I like to do when I color, I really like to have a light source in the scene that illuminates. So then the lighting, all the rim lighting looks like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All the front, to me, it's like a lot of comic books have universal lighting, where like there's probably a sky light up top somewhere, and there, you know what I mean.
And then the second light from the second source comes from below or to the side or something like that.
Yeah, which is I think they did that a lot in the old days because of the way they colored and printed comic books, right?
Yeah.
It worked. And
but now like what you're saying though, you can do it now. Like you could put a fire right here close to her face, and then you have that light source against the other one, and you can do real nice mixtures and stuff, you know?
Yeah, one of the yeah, I mean,
Bank colors 6 hours a page, color for colors.
Yeah, it took me longer. I mean, I'm obsessive, so I mean, I take a week at least.
Yeah.
To color a page, and that's assuming that it works when I do it. You know what I mean? You might color something and go, "This just isn't working." You know, there's not enough drama in the color, and I have to go back and So what I actually do on all the pages, I'll go about 75% drawing it, then
Yeah.
I'll start to color it. And then when I color, I go, you know what? I do need to have more of this over here and more of this over here to make you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I work, which is very unorthodox, I think. But
yeah, and say what good depends, no, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
and so when the book right now is all laid out, and I've lettered the entire book already, and including the 10 or 12 pages I have completed. So that way I know how to draw the, like, if you're doing, like, if you EVS and you've been doing this for 30 years, this is not a problem. Like, you know where to put stuff, right? You've honed it down to a very fine art form. And this is the second book I've done. So, you know, this is one of those things where I really want to have control. I want to start to letter and go, oh my gosh, there's a head. There's nowhere to put my lettering unless it's on top of somebody's head. I don't want that to happen. So that's kind of my way of kind of going around it. Maybe everybody letters a book that way ahead of time. You know, I have no idea.
Yeah, you work at it. No, you like I always associate like all artwork that I do like a slab of marble and just pick at it a little bit by little bit, and then you work at it, adjust, make changes, and then bam, you know, before you know it, you got your final piece. But I mean, it just takes time with tweaking, constantly tweaking. And that's the beauty of what we have. Know that we don't have no deadlines to fulfill, so we can tweak until we are satisfied, and then yeah, people in the end all enjoy it. All enjoy the artwork.
You know, there's a lot of different ways to do comic books, and I think they're all legit, right? For example, you could just be the penciler and then hand that off to an inker. That's just as legit as doing the whole thing, right? I'm not sure if my way is even the best way. You know, I'm not experienced enough to hand the pencils, or to let somebody else color it. Because I would look at the colors now and go, you know, I don't know. How do I explain to this person? You know, how can I explain to them there's a better way to do this? You know, I don't know, because I have to do it to figure that out. But I know, you know, it's just not enough. So that's part of the reason. I mean, if I've been doing it for 30 years, I might have a Kyle Ritter color it, right? Because I can trust him to do it way better, you know, but I don't. So
yeah, I definitely hire you for colors. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Definitely hit him up. It's SHADOWPUNK. Here's the link. Well, all of SHADOWPUNK's information is in the description, so just take a look down. You'll see him where he's at on X. You can see him also at the sign up page for his second book. It's called SHADOWPUNK Inferno. It's right here. The link is in the chat. It's pinned also to the top of the chat, so there's no excuse to not sign up.
Right.
And so the thing is, you back the book, and then you can win one of several different statues, and that's what we have available for the campaign. So that's awesome stuff, man. And here's another look at some of the statues he's got.
Let's see.
That was great. Comicsgate, Big Dad, Conan, bringing the fire. And yeah, man. So I think we're gonna wrap it up around there, because I have to. You have to do stuff. And but yeah, so thank you very much, SHADOWPUNK, for hopping on.
Thank you.
I would love to have you back on after the campaign launches, so we can continue talking about it.
That'd be great.
And yeah, continue promoting it. Hey, one more question that I wanted to ask you: are you going to launch on Fund My Comic?
Yeah, that is the plan.
Sweet.
But you know, I don't know what's going on with your thing. So you know, yes, that is the plan.
And what do you guys in the chat think? Like, should SHADOWPUNK launch on Fund My Comic? Is Fund My Comic doing all right, or is it just me? What do you guys suggest? Should I do my next campaign on Fund My Comic or Indiegogo? What do you guys suggest? He's laughing. It's like, yeah, there's some. Fund My Comic is supposed to be the solution to not give these kinds of ideas. Yeah. Fund My Comic is all right. But yeah. The launch on Fund My Comic. The one thing I can tell anybody and everybody is that the customer service at Fund My Comic is top notch, second to none. I send messages and I get response back almost immediately. If like and so yeah, I reckon like that's a plus in their favor, no. And it's not
Although,
necessarily like questions like something's wrong. You know, like if you have like a question like, "Hey, what's going on with this? How do I do that?" They'll hit you back real quick.
I will
Yeah,
say
never
on the
had any
first
problem.
campaign I did Indiegogo, and which
Yeah,
worked out fine, but I
yeah.
did have questions, and they were like days
Mm,
to get any kind of a response, and the response was quite red tapeish.
yeah, I hate
So
that.
yeah. So that's the beauty of FMC is that they're not like that.
Yeah,
Um,
and they handle the situation quick.
but zero funds is not good. Okay,
No,
something's
I mean
going
the
on,
funds are there. They're on the Stripe account, but they're not showing up on
right?
this. And I don't know what's going on. And
Well, if
and,
nothing else, though,
yeah,
your money that you did earn on the campaign,
it's just
that's
me.
kind of your glory, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
want
hell
that
yeah,
number up there because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
you
shoot
earned
on.
it. You, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
so like your stomach's got to drop when you see that, right?
yeah. That is true. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure we're going to get some solutions to it. I'm going to keep everybody informed about what's going on. So please check. No, check your emails. Yes, please check your emails because I have sent out emails to everyone who's had their contribution affected. Yes, so please check your emails, check the spam, junk folders. I have sent out information. Please contact me if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. And I'm assuming that in a few days we'll get this squared away, and I will let you guys know when I start fulfillment with Avenging Death. So he says if the funds are in Stripe, that's all that matters. Yeah, they're there. No, yeah. So I have to wait for that to close out. But I also wanted to find out what's going to happen to these 19 backers whose contributions have been affected. Is it still possible for them to contribute again? Will the campaign open up? Are they going to be interested to back after going through all this? Who knows? But we'll find out what happens in the upcoming days, and I'll keep you guys informed. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm streaming. I'm going to stream solo tomorrow. I'm going to just hang out and take a look at some stuff, and then give you guys some updates if there are any, and then that'll be it. And then next week we come back again. Hopefully we get another guest. And please don't forget, Shadowpunk is hyping up his campaign. He's offering up these stars, which are like the golden ticket, and Shadowpunk is Willy Wonka. He's going to hand out some great statues. The link is in the chat. And that's it. Any final comments, Shadowpunk?
There we go. There we go.
Sweet.
I just want to thank you for bringing me on. I really appreciate it, Elliot.
Yeah, no problem at all, man. The doors are wide open. You come on whenever you want, and then after you launch your campaign, come on again. So heck yeah. Hell, comments gate. Heck yeah, man. Hell, comments gate. All right, and then that's it. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow at this exact same time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back and we'll continue talking. And that's it. So you guys be safe. And let me see if I can do. Thank you very much, Matt. Shadowpunk. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you, Shadowpunk. I'm sorry. All right. And with that, we are out. I always got to worry about the dismount. I would show you guys a trailer, but there's nothing to fulfill no more. The campaign is done. So I'm just going to sign off, and then I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Be safe.